Alright, now here's the weapon. It is a Chinese Norinco SKS Model 58. As you can see, we have installed here the Williams Firesight. I don't think you can see it at this angle, but just to make the weapon safe right now, you can see the bolt is open, the magazine is empty. We are going to go ahead and remove the magazine. And that is a fixed magazine, empty, and removed. Now the bolt can do whatever it wants. I'm going to move the camera and do a close-up of the sights. Here's a picture of the front sight. Here's a close-up of the rear sight, with which we will be working tonight. Overall sight picture. Start with the buttstock, work forward to the bolt receiver cover, the bolt, the chamber. No magazine means you can see my hand through there. It is completely safe. And here's the rear sight. Then we have a rail, a Picatinny rail. Moving forward to, we have the front sight. And this can be an SKS with or without the bayonet. This one has it. Okay, now we're going to close up on how to remove the rear sight. Because the problem with the rear sight is I don't think I can get a sight picture on this. Not very good. But the problem was the rear sight would not drop low enough to enable an accurate picture. What happened was, this is an aperture sight, which means you're looking through a hole, and what happened was the Williams gun sight is designed to look like a red dot laser sight, which means you have a hole And that red laser you saw is this T-handle on the screwdriver. You wanted it centered up. But since the lower sight wouldn't drop down enough, you had the hole and the red dot was down here where the T-handle is, and the shot would hit center. Or if you had the red dot centered, the shot would hit high, way near the top of the round reticle, which is not what we're after. So, wish I had a photographer. So you take the screwdriver and push down on the leaf spring, lift up and out, to remove the rear sight. Now for this experiment, you remove the elevation screw right here. With the elevation screw removed, then what you do is push down as hard as you can while wiggling left to right, down hard left to right. You're trying to make marks in the aluminum. This is made out of aluminum. Then you remove the screw, invert it, and look to see where the contact is taking place. And I'll remove it. Yeah, I don't have a photographer. Typically, you'll see marks on the underside, and you'll see them right around here and here. Can't focus with this camera, but when you see the marks, the silver marks, here and here, that's where you're going to want to file. Because what's preventing the aperture sight from dropping into the groove where it needs to be is here we go. This little bit of roundness right here. That sight, because it's milled flat, is contacting here and here, right there in those rounded areas. And that's where you're going to have to take the sight and put an indent You see that indent? The indent, that's where it's coming from. You're going to have to put that in there so that it can drop down into this groove. Once you've done that, you will actually have use of the elevation screw. Hope that helped.